Hello, may I speak with Rainey, please?
Rainey is here on the phone. Hello, Lolly.
Hello. Did you know, Rainey, we have got some new listeners. I've just noticed those numbers are going up a little bit on our weekly downloads. So I just want to say welcome to the Can't Handle family. If you are new here, I always like to do a little intro into the podcast every, 10, 20 episodes, because maybe you're like, what the fuck's going on here? There's a ringtone. There's two people that sound the same. What is going on? So friends, welcome to Can't Handle the Crime and Scandal. My name is Lolly.
And my name is Rainey.
We are identical twin sisters. We look the same. We sound the same. We live in different countries. We're from New Zealand. Rainey's in New Zealand. Lolly's in Australia. And we jump on these weekly calls to tell each other a ridiculous, absurd, terrible horror story, true crime story. And we bring you along on the journey for the twin hang.
It's a horrible story, but we like to put a little bit of humour sprinkled along the way.
Sometimes when life gives you lemons, you just got to laugh. These are pretty bad lemons though. We're all laughing until it happens to us. So we do want to pay respect to the victims and not to the murderers, so they can all go fuck themselves. Rainey Bear is telling the story today. What do you got for us? Can you give us a little hint?
No.
All right.
We're jumping right in, girl. Buckle on up because this story is loose.
Click. That was my seatbelt.
We are heading to the Golden Coast of Southern California, to a beachside town known for its surf breaks, Spanish architecture, and slow, sunny pace.
Lovely.
We're talking about San Clemente, a dreamy seaside city tucked between LA and San Diego.
Nice. LA is a bit shit. San Diego's actually not bad.
This place is called the Spanish Village by the Sea, and that is because of all the red tiled roof and stucco homes scattered along the beachside. We're going to zoom in on 1989. Taylor Swift was born. The Berlin Wall was falling. Like a Prayer was playing on everybody's cassette tape, and shoulder pads, well, they were mandatory. I love 1989.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Take me back to the good old days.
A gorgeous woman named Linda Kincaid, she met a dreamy younger man named Paul Curry. These two hit it off and they made a beautiful life together. But it wasn't long before Linda would go to bed for the last time and never wake up.
It's all going to happen to us one day.
No warning signs, no struggle, no clear cause. Just a whole lot of question marks. What exactly happened to Linda? Was it a sad state of affairs? Sudden adult death syndrome?
I mean, is that it? There's a thing, but I don't really think it's a thing. I think it's just
I've never heard of that.
You haven't. They do say that sometimes because they can't figure out why someone died. It's probably because they just got the latest vaccine or something.
Oh, God. Okay. No struggle, no warning, no clear cause, just dead.
She woke up dead.
She woke up dead. She never woke up.
Poor Linda.
Poor Linda. So, who exactly is Linda Kincaid? Linda was a fun-loving, gorgeous, vibrant woman, worked her way from the bottom to the top, and she was a bad-ass bitch.
Love me some badass bitch.
She was 45 years old, working at the California Edison nuclear power plant. She started as an administrator. And Lolly, she worked her way up to management. And she was getting paid the big dollars. Liked her designer handbags, delicious matching suits, those shoulder pads, and she also lived in her dream home. This place was stunning.
Really?
Life was good. There was one thing missing. She was missing a man. Linda had been married a couple of times before. Didn't quite work out. She'd been in some long-term relationships, and these guys were non-committal. They'd been married before, didn't want to settle down and get married again, just wanted to live the good life. They had learnt. She didn't put too much pressure on herself. She knew that one day Mr. Prince Charming was going to waltz into her life, and that is exactly what happened. One day she showed up to work, and this handsome younger man, Paul Curry, was standing there in her office.
Delish.
He had been hired as a contractor. He was a nuclear engineer and he was there to teach the team all about safety issues.
So boring.
This guy was a low-key genius. He
Really?
had a mega IQ. He was so smart. Lolly, he was in Mensa. What, you say? What is Mensa? Well, we don't know because we don't have an IQ as high as him.
Well, we don't have one at all. Oh, shit. Are you going to do a little fun facts of the crime?
Fun facts of the crime. You see, Mensa was founded in 1914, specifically for people with high IQs. How boring. What is the point, you ask? Well, let me tell you.
Please.
Members have the opportunity to meet other smart people and get together on a regional and national level, and they get to talk to each other about smart things.
I see. They put all the smart people together so then they can have smarty pants sexual times and make smarty pants kids.
Or that.
Don't you
That's
reckon?
a good idea. These get-togethers were intellectually stimulating for these people with high IQs. They could exchange ideas about things, smart things, whatever smart people talk about.
Well, you really got me stumped there, loves. Let's think about this. They're probably talking about quantum physics and
The black hole.
the black hole, the Big Bang Theory, Edison, and what's that other guy, the smart one with the hair and the glasses? What's his
Einstein.
name? Einstein. They're talking about him and his friends, and let's not dig ourselves a hole any further.
The hole has been dug, and these guys with the high IQs, they love to get together. They were all about it. And boy, would they skite that they were members of Mensa. Ugh, get away from me. This guy, he was smart. Lolly, he had musical talent. He could play the piano like Beethoven or Mozart.
Really?
He was a great cook and a true gentleman. These two hit it off. Linda thought she hit the jackpot. Not only was she with a genius gentleman musician, he was 32. She was 45.
Really? Sorry, what? Come again?
She was 45 and he was 32.
Oh, I thought you said 22. I was like, Christ. The only issue in this relationship is if they get married and she's got to take their last name. I don't want to become a curry. I'm sorry.
No.
It's bad enough. Mark's last name translates to fart.
That's right, Laurel Fart.
Actually, it doesn't really. It kind of does. It's German, so it's furs, but German.
Farts.
It's Futzer.
Laurel Futzer.
So Futzer means fart. So Mark's last name can be pronounced Futzer. Honestly, I don't want to be a fart. Why should I be a fart? We should both change our last name to something new and clean.
Well, you're Mark.
Yes.
It is clean. No one knows what furs means here. Linda's hit the jackpot. And not only was this guy ticking all boxes, this guy had been on the TV show Jeopardy twice and won $24,000.
Wow, because he's so smart.
If anyone doesn't know what Jeopardy is, it's a TV show, also a board game, and it's like a trivia game where they ask you questions about trivia things, questions on sports and music. I don't know, science.
When you go to pub quiz night. Yeah,
That's right.
Not very good at that game.
No, neither am I.
We need to get some people from the Mensa Club to come along.
Down to the local pub.
Yep. They're too smart for that.
Oh my God, imagine if you went and there was a table full of Mensa people, you'd be like, ugh.
There's no point. They're all wearing their badges and their gay uniforms.
Yes, they're going to be winning the bar tab tonight.
Yeah. Losers. What a bunch of losers.
So these guys, they hit it off and they are dating. It's going so well. Linda's friends are taken aback by his charm. Again, his musical talent. The friends would go for dinner and he would just start playing beautiful songs on the piano out and about.
Wow.
But one of the friends, Mary, her best friend, she saw a few red flags. She's like, this guy is just a little too into himself.
Loves a bit of curry.
He was the smartest man in the room and he let you know when you were wrong. It's like, guys, just give it a rest, Mensa, you know?
I know. So smart, but no self-awareness.
He just put off a bit of a bad vibe. They'd go out, little too into himself. If you were talking and he knew you were wrong, he'd just talk over you, as if you weren't even in a conversation together. Mary didn't like this. She thought he was a bit of a douchebag.
Douche.
Also, Linda's family, they felt a little off with him too. He didn't really care much about Linda's family, and she was a real family gal. He just wasn't interested. But you know what? Sometimes some men aren't. He's young. He's probably out to go have some fun. He doesn't want to hang out with Nana Betty.
I mean, he's not that young.
32.
He should know better.
She's 45.
45, yeah. Bit of an age gap.
So there were a few red flags, a few warning signs, but overall, Paul was a great guy. And Linda, she was smitten. She was head over heels for this man. And she thought, finally, life is just piecing itself together nicely.
Go, Linda.
I know I said he's a gentleman, Lolly, but this guy, he would run her bubble baths every single night.
Weird.
He would cook, he would clean, and he just really, really loved her.
Something's off.
Just lovely. Even though the red flags were there, the friends, they were jealous. Because their husbands weren't doing anything like this at home. They were just sitting on their fat ass on the couch, doing absolutely nothing.
Garbage!
And this guy, he's out there. He's doing all the beautiful things. So,
But you know why, though? Because he's so smart.
he's charming.
He's making moves. He knows what he's doing. Something is off with Paul Curry. Also, who's got time for a bubble bath every night? I'd be like, dude, can you not do one tonight?
People,
You know, I can't sit and soak in the bath because when you fill it with that much water, I'm going to have to sit in there and make it worth it. I don't have time for this shit.
but people loved baths back then. We're more shower people these days.
Story time. Story time?
Story time.
Okay, I shouldn't say this because it's about an old roommate, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't listen to this because she's very spiritual. So let's pray she's not listening. But we had this roommate, super lovely gal, but she would run a bath every single night. And I'd be like, is she doing it again? What is wrong with this girl? Something's wrong with her. She needs to go get herself checked out. You can't be running a bath every night when you're in your 20s and your 30s.
People love it though. It's relaxing. I don't. Just laying in your own filth.
Geez, how dirty are you? I think it's acceptable to have a bath. I mean, look, even once a week seems to be pushing it.
Oh my
Couple
God,
weeks.
I was going to say once a year, if that.
Yeah, that's right. But she did it and the water bill was split 3 fucking ways. Rude.
Oh,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
is rude. That is
It's rude.
rude.
Anyway,
She's taking the
bless
piss.
you.
Hopefully she's having showers now.
Not my problem.
All was great on the outside, putting on a show, but Lolly, inside the bedroom, it was lacking passion. It was lacking romance. And there was Jack Dilly-Squid happening in between those sheeties.
Really? See? You can't have it all, sweetheart. You can have a bubble bath and a nice cooked steak, but you can't have a hard cock.
That's right. But you know, Linda was thinking.
I'm sorry. Let me just maybe make that a bit more PG.
Okay.
You can have everything. A bubble bath every night. A nice little perfectly cooked steak with a lovely side salad, but you can't have a big hard cock.
You can't.
That's not the way to put it.
You can't be having any freakies in the sheeties,
Yeah.
okay? But Linda, she was thinking maybe life's not all about passion and hardcore sex, you know? Maybe life is about bubble baths and steaks.
Yes, when you're in your 70s, yes. But she's got a couple more years left for some nice, hot, steamy passion.
Who knows? She could be going through menopause. It could be pretty dried up down there.
Nah, she's probably just edging her way into perimenopause. She's probably got a couple of years left before it starts blowing out dust. Oh my God. Why are we taking the woman on the show? Stop that. Something's wrong.
Take that out, Mark.
Do not put that in. That is offensive. Women's empowerment. Girl power.
They carried on their relationship, and Linda, she was also the breadwinner. Paul, even though he's a genius and he had a job, he didn't really pull in much money.
Oh, no. No. See, now the bubble bath's making sense.
Linda's thinking, well, that's okay. Can't have everything.
Well, she hasn't really got much. She could pour her own bubble bath, really. Do you know what I mean? It's her house.
I know. It's her house. She's got majority of the money and he's pouring a bubble bath.
So what you're telling me is she's got a new son that does his chores.
Yes. But None of that fazed Linda, because in 1992, a few years after being in a loving, devoted relationship with each other, they skipped, hopped, diddly jumped to Vegas and got married.
Yeehaw!
No big wedding, but she didn't need a big wedding. She'd been married before. She's probably 47 by now. He's 34. He doesn't need some big wedding. He's got no money to pay for it. They eloped and they carried on their beautiful life together in Southern California. Now, together, they were making good money. Combined, it was about $140,000. That was in the 90s, so we were talking about $300,000 in today's currency. Paul wasn't bringing much to the relationship money-wise. And even though they had combined income now because they must be sharing everything, money was tight. Tighter than it had ever been before. And Linda's like, what the fuck, man? Where's the money going? Paul, he actually brought a couple of things into this marriage.
Oh, I bet he did.
Couple of things that Linda didn't know about.
Debt.
That was an ex-wife and 2 children.
Oh, Christ.
He didn't tell her.
Oh, mate, you got to disclose this kind of stuff.
One day, Linda received a phone call from Paul's ex-wife saying, where's my check?
No.
Linda's like, I'm sorry, what? What check? She's like, the child support check. Where's my check? Paul hasn't delivered the child support check. She's like, okay, great. So now I'm paying the child support.
Oh, no, Linda, you've been duped.
You've been duped. And Linda, being the very understanding person that she was, she accepted Paul's apology, and Paul, he decided to book a romantic 3-night cruise as an apology, probably with her money.
Oh, no, Linda. Oh.
This guy.
Would that not be enough to be like, yeah, we're going to have to separate because you didn't tell me about your family that you had?
Why are you hiding it? You can hide an ex-wife pretty easily, but you've got children.
Yeah, but he's so smart. He's just been pouring a bubble bath until they got married so he could pay off his debt with her money. It's obvious.
But Linda, she doesn't care because she is in love.
Oh,
and
Linda.
they go on this romantic cruise, and this romantic cruise turns into a disastrous, horrific 3-night cruise of pooing and spewing all over the place. These 2 were violently ill.
Gastro.
Really sure. They don't really know what happened, but they went on this cruise and they were violently sick.
Mushrooms. Dead caps.
Could you imagine being cooped up in a tiny little room on a boat together and just going for it?
That is so, because it's like, who gets to use the toilet at what time? And are you both just shitting up a storm in that room together? Like, what is going on? I jump overboard.
It's disgusting.
It's enough to make me go, I'm out. I'm tapping out.
Go wash yourself in the sea.
Oh, no. Another reason why you shouldn't go on a cruise, guys.
Paul, he bounced back pretty quickly. But Linda, on the other hand, she took a bit longer. She was pretty sick. They got home, a few days passed, a few weeks passed, but finally she's getting back to normal. And in this time, Paul, he gets into making salad dressings.
Good on you, Paul.
He's already a good cook, but this guy, he is whipping up a new dressing every single night. It's a new hobby of his. He just absolutely loves a good salad dressing.
Oh, this guy sounds so lame.
Not only is Linda getting bubble baths every night, she's getting a new salad every single night.
Oh,
with a new mysterious dressing.
She wants him to toss a different kind of salad, mate. Wait,
that's right.
What does toss your salad? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Does that mean licking your butthole?
Ew. Oh my God.
When you like toss someone's salad, what does that mean? Hang on, let's ask. Oh my God, I'm Googling. What does toss your salad mean in prison? Oh, Christ.
Oh, Lord.
Toss someone's salad is to perform oral sex on someone's anus.
Oh, God. Jesus
okay,
Christ.
Maybe she doesn't want him to toss her
especially
salad.
after being unwell.
Sorry.
Vomit.
Oh, no. Okay, look, I apologize.
This is taking a turn for the worst.
I don't think that anyone should be tossing anyone's salad, all right? Why would you do that?
Some gay men would love it.
Why? Just like to taste of poop.
Ugh, vomit. Anywho, these guys are just living a pretty normal married life. Tossing each other's salad and a lot of bubble baths. Paul, because he is the responsible genius man that he is, he decides it's time that we should take out life insurance policies.
Oh, can we please?
But there is a catch, Lolly, because we're only going to take a life insurance policy out on Linda because she's older. Paul doesn't need one.
Red flags.
And Paul is going to be the only beneficiary of this policy, and he wants to take out a policy worth $1 million.
I mean, would you not be thinking, okay, as Linda, I'd be like, this feels a little off.
Something's not adding up here.
If Mark came to me and said that, I'd be like, mate, out you pop. Pack your bags. I know what you got planned, motherfucker.
That's right. Linda did feel a little uneasy about this. So she rang her best friend, Mary. It was like, Mary, I've got to run something past you. Paul, he wants to take out a life insurance policy. Mary's like, well, that's great, girl. And she's like, nah, a life insurance policy on me and only me. Mary's like, absolutely not. Run for the goddamn hills. I knew this man was a giant red flag from the beginning.
Exactly.
Linda was like, no, I think it's okay. She took some time, and instead of doing a $1 million life insurance policy, she agreed to a $600,000 life insurance policy.
That feels better.
That feels way better, and Paul is the main beneficiary.
Totally fine. Yep. Where do I sign?
She signed. She signed on that dotted line. No more questions asked. Life carries on. December 29th, 1993. Linda's not feeling good. Linda has a weird metallic taste in her mouth. She's spewing and pooing all over the place. Vision's going a little cloudy. She's wobbly. She's in a bad way. And she is rushed to hospital. And there she lay for almost 3 weeks with the doctors scratching their heads, not knowing what the hell is going on with Linda Curry. Mary, her best friend, comes to visit her, and she is in a state of shock. Her glamorous, gorgeous friend is laying in a bed, hardly recognizable. She's basically skin and bone, and she looks like she's on death's door. Mary's like, what is going on? Paul's like, I don't know. They're both devastated. They don't leave her side. Mary and her husband even move into Linda's family home to be closer to the hospital because she's going there every single day. You see, Linda would have days where she's feeling better, then she'd crash, and it'd be terrible, then be better and terrible. And no one knew what was going on. They couldn't figure it out. Then one day, a nurse went into Linda's hospital room and her IV bag was leaking. See, this was very, very odd. It looked like someone had stabbed a needle into the IV bag, and it was this little bit of fluid coming out. So the nurse quickly unhooked it, put on a new one, and she sent it off for testing. She'd spoken to the manager, they sent it off, and this IV bag was contaminated with lidocaine. Now, lidocaine is a drug used for pre-surgery use. It has like a numbing agent to it. It should not be in her IV bag. It should not be anywhere near it. And the police come in straight away and they are investigating. Another thing that seemed a little odd when Mary and her husband moved into the home, there were documents laid out everywhere on the bench, all about Linda's life insurance policy, death claims, her retirement plans, everything relating to if Linda died. So Mary's thinking, this guy, he's trying to kill my best friend. And now the IV bag has been contaminated. It's pretty clear what's happening here.
It is pretty clear. All signs point to a big fat curry.
Ugh, tell me about it. Another odd thing, Lolly, Paul didn't even bother to tell Linda's family that she was in hospital.
No.
The sister, Pat, she found out when the doctor called, trying to get some family medical history to see what's going on. And she's thinking, what? My sister's not in hospital? What are you talking about? They didn't know what was going on. They even thought that maybe Linda was making this up and she had that Munchausen syndrome. The doctors.
Oh, no. Really?
So, Linda, contaminated IV bag, very, very unwell. Police have come in. They're questioning everyone. She starts to improve. And the police, they question her. They ask,
would Paul have done this to you?
And she's saying, no, Paul loves me. Absolutely not. So they've got nothing else really to go on. Paul's denied it. Nothing to prove it was him.
Check those salad dressings.
Check those salad dressings. I'll tell you one thing that did happen. The hospital staff were very suspicious of Paul and they would not let him back in her hospital room without supervision.
Good.
Garbage. Linda, her health improves. She goes home. She's not stupid though. She thinks, could Paul have done this? So she invites a friend to come and live with them. She's actually in between houses to keep a bit of an eye on Paul and just get a bit of a lay of the land to see if she thinks anything is suspicious. And boy, did this backfire, because Paul, it was showtime, baby. This guy was making salad dressings. He was running baths. He was cooking. He was cleaning. He was probably singing, serenading her, and God knows what. Linda's friend was like, oh my God, where can I find one? This man is glorious. Linda's feeling pretty satisfied. She is proud of the man that she married. And her friend is sent on her way, and they get back to life as usual. Linda's friends, on the other hand, Mary, she is like, no, girlfriend, here's bad news. You have to change the beneficiary of your life insurance policy because he is trying to kill you.
Yes.
This does plant a seed in Linda's mind. So she's thinking, okay, maybe you're right. So she actually puts the majority of the life insurance policy into her sister's name and leaves a portion for Paul. And she doesn't tell Paul.
Majority to Pat.
Majority is to Pat, but Paul does receive a large portion in there still because it was $600,000. This is making her feel a bit more comfortable. But if the man doesn't know,
Probably should have told him though.
why would it make you feel more comfortable, Linda? Darling, you should have told him. You should have
told
put
him.
the documents there in front of his face so he could see. But she didn't. A whole year passes and everything is normal until December 1993. Linda is struck with an illness yet again. All the same symptoms. She's violently ill. Paul rushes her to hospital. This is a different hospital, not the same one. Can't go back to the same hospital staff, so he goes to a brand new one. And there she is admitted. And again, they have no idea what is wrong with Linda.
Mystery.
One day, the nurse walks into Linda's hospital room, and her IV bag is very cloudy.
Oh,
It
come
has
on.
clearly been contaminated.
Not again. Mate, you learned nothing?
Again, the bag is off for testing. It comes back. It's been contaminated with some chemicals that shouldn't be in there, and the police are brought back in to investigate.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
And this time they actually record Linda. They are going through what's happened. Could this have been Paul? They go through finances. They go through the fact that Paul has a lot to gain from her dying. There's a big insurance policy. Linda's saying, well, he loves me. I love him. It can't possibly be him.
Oh,
I mean, it's a bit coincidental, isn't it?
it's very obvious, Linda. Is she blonde?
She is blonde. She is blonde. But she's older. She's smart. She should know.
She has done very well in her life.
And they question Paul. And this dirtbag tells detectives,
Well, Linda, she's worth more to me alive than what she is dead. She's got a lot of good earning years left in her.
when you be like, I would never do that to her. I love her. She's the love of my life. And instead, you're just going to go on that she's far more valuable to you alive than dead?
Sick of those pouring those bubble baths.
Fucking salads. Linda makes a recovery and she is sent home. Mary would go to visit and she could clearly see that Linda's still not feeling great. She's shaking. She's a bit wobbly. Mary's so concerned. It's her best friend. They're chatting in the room and Linda just starts throwing Mary dresses. Here, have this bag, as if Linda knows that she's not going to be around long. Mary's like, listen here, I've had enough. It is clear as day what is going on here. This man is trying to kill you. You have to get away.
Thank you.
She agrees. She can finally see something isn't right. I've got to move out. Or he's got to go. I've got to get away from him. I'm sick and it's because of him. Finally, Mary is relieved. Her friend is going to get the hell out of Dodge and she is going to survive. She's no longer going to be at the mercy of this man who is trying to kill her with probably salad dressing.
Obviously.
The very next day, Linda calls her friend Mary and says, no, he loves me. I love him and I will not leave. This man is not doing anything to try and hurt me. And that is very obvious. Mary's really, really pissed. She has to give Linda some tough love. And she says, well, I can't sit here and watch you be murdered by this man. I have to take a step back. This is too traumatizing for me. This is hurting me too much. You cannot see what's going on. Hoping that this would be a bit of a wake-up call again for Linda, but no. Linda, she disagrees and she keeps her distance from Mary.
Oh, it's tough. It's a tough situation, isn't it?
Linda even bought this man a new wedding ring as like a sign of recommitment to this man.
Ew.
God knows why. They're just living their lives.
Great.
June 9th, 1994. Mary gets an email from Paul. He's very concerned about Linda. Linda is working way too hard. She's unwell, she's wobbly, she's confused, very, very thin, and he's worried that something is going to happen to her because she's now talking about wanting to be laid to rest in Newport by her parents, and he needs Mary to come and help out. Mary is very distressed by this email. She turns to her co-workers at work and says something is going to happen to Linda. Mary was not wrong because that very evening, on the 9th of June, 1994, Paul Curry calls 911. His wife is unresponsive in the bed. Paul, he woke up from the cat. The cat was annoying him. So he gets up and he noticed that Linda didn't wake up, which is weird. So he's trying to wake her up and she's unresponsive. Paramedics, they arrive. They rush Linda to the hospital and she is pronounced dead a little after midnight, June the 10th, 1994.
Poor Linda.
This is a tragedy that everyone could clearly see coming except for Linda herself.
Oh, Linda.
Friends and family, they are devastated. Her death, no one knows what's happened. No one knows how she died. Paul, he is in full swing of funeral mode.
Bet he is.
He is getting everything done. He won't let anyone see Linda's body at the funeral. There's no open casket like the family wanted. Fair enough, it's traumatizing for some people.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
It is a big dead body laying there. God.
All yellow.
Or grey.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It is weird seeing a dead body.
I think it's fine if everything looks fine, but you know, when clearly someone's not looking too well because they've been out of the fridge for a few too many days, it's not good. Just sitting in the hot summer sun.
When you have passed on, the body, they don't really look like themselves anymore, do they?
No, it's a mannequin of themselves. Pat, Linda's sister, is not having a bar of this and she wants to see her lovely sister one more time. And she goes to the funeral home and she is horrified. Linda, her glamorous, gorgeous sister, is laying in the casket with mismatched clothes, scruffy hair, and basically no makeup on. There has been no care, kindness, or love given to this once beautiful, glamorous, high-end woman. She's just been chucked in some clothes and put in the casket and shut the door.
Oh, at least give her a full face. I'll give you a full face, honey. Don't you worry. There'll be eyelash extensions and all. Contouring on point.
Thank you. Gorgeous. Thank you very much. So the funeral is taking place and Pat is thinking, you absolute garbage man. You killed my sister. No one would ever do that to someone they love. You would be laid to rest with respect and dignity. And she was the complete opposite. After the funeral, Paul rushed to get a cremation. And then he was straight onto the phone to the insurance company.
You got to give it a minute. You can't.
It was literally like the day after the funeral. But Paul got the surprise of his life. You see, he is not the main beneficiary anymore. Pat's the main beneficiary.
Fabulous.
He is absolutely wild. He calls Mary.
Mary, do you know what's happening here?
He is beside himself.
I am not the main beneficiary. Did you hear about this? Who told her to do this?
American loves. American.
Hey, Mary.
No, I can't do it.
You got to, loves. You got to commit. Come on, loves.
I don't know how to do it.
Hi, how are you? Mary, it's me, Paul Curry.
Hi, Mary. Hey, Mary. It's me, Paul. Did you know?
He's stuttering all over the place.
Did you know that I'm no longer the beneficiary on Linda's life insurance policy? What the fuck's going on here?
I did know, you big piece of shit garbage man. Go fuck yourself.
You sound like that famous woman.
This is not the lady from American Pie.
Yeah. I've lost my American twang now. I've lost my American twang. Give it back to me, Lolly.
Okay. Hee-hoo-harry. Hey, it's me, Paul Curry. It's me, Paul Curry, and I'm really pissed because
No, I can't do
you got it, loves. Mark will be really upset.
I cannot believe that you would do this to me.
Har.
How on earth did you do this to me?
Hello, my name is Paul. Be a little more monotone. Be like a robot.
I cannot believe that you would do this to me. I am Linda's loving husband, and you have destroyed my life.
Excellent. That'll do.
That was terrible.
It was, but that's all right. We liked it.
Paul is feeling ripped off. But Lolly, he actually did pretty well. Linda left this garbage man with her beautiful house, and he also walked away with $419,000 from the part insurance policy and her retirement plan.
I mean, he's done very well.
In America, they must pay out someone's pension, even when they die. There must be a burning question in your mind, Lolly. How on earth did Linda die?
I'm going to go the Caesar dressing or the green goddess dressing. One of the two.
One of the two.
Yeah.
The forensic pathologist, Dr. Joseph Holkin, he was trying to figure that out too. They found in her system there were 10 times the therapeutic amount of Ambien, which is a sedative, and also a very high amount of nicotine.
Weird.
Now, Linda is not a smoker, and she certainly doesn't eat cigarettes for fun.
Fuck, I hope not.
There is also a tiny red mark behind her ear. This is consistent with a needle. The police knew something was wrong. Someone has done this to Linda, but it's the 90s.
We all knew.
Technology is bad. They cannot prove anything. And Lolly, Linda's death is classed as undetermined.
No.
And the case would go cold.
It's so obvious.
Paul Curry, he just carries on until he gets fired at work. You see, this genius garbage man, he actually lied about being a qualified engineer. He wasn't qualified in anything.
Really?
So he got fired from
Con-man.
I know. Said he was a nuclear engineer. I mean, that's a pretty
badass
thing to be pretending to be
Ballsy.
qualified in, right?
What does it even mean?
But he's a genius. He knows everything. So he doesn't need a qualification. He already knows.
Is he actually a genius though?
He was on Jeopardy, Laurel.
Oh my God. Sorry.
He's fired. So he sells up everything, sells Linda's house, and he gaps it to a tiny little town called Salina in Kansas. This town has 46,000 people. Nobody will know who this genius garbage man is. And he can start afresh.
Wow.
And that is exactly what he does. He becomes a building inspector, an unqualified one, but that doesn't matter. He doesn't need a qualification. He meets a new lady, Teresa. They get married and they go on to have a lovely son together.
Wow.
Linda's case, it's still cold. It's chilly.
Damn.
It's as cold as can be until the year 2002. The case is reopened.
Yes.
You see, there is advanced toxicology screening that has been developed. They can do some testing. Just how much nicotine was in Linda's system.
Yes.
Well, Lolly, there were 1,120 nanograms per milliliter of blood in her system. And I'm just going to put that into context for you. The average smoker would have between 10 and 50 nanograms per milliliter of blood. She had 1,120. This was a fatal dose for the non-smoker.
Oh my God.
And now we're going to take you to Science of the Crime.
Science of the crime, science of the crime, science of the crime.
Just how exactly does nicotine kill you? Yeah, nicotine, it affects the nicotine affects the autonomic Nicotine affects the autonomic nervous system. Nicotine poisoning slowly kills you. The early symptoms include nausea, vomiting, dizziness, headaches, abdomen cramps, increased heart rate. The late symptoms, you're basically doomed and gloomed here, lolly. The nervous system becomes paralyzed. The heart rate starts to slow. You have low blood pressure, difficulty breathing, seizures, loss of consciousness, respiratory failure, and that is because the diaphragm and muscles needing to breathe are paralyzed and you basically suffocate to death.
Oh my God. That's horrifying. How do you even put nicotine into somebody that's not through a cigarette?
Well, I'm going to tell you very soon. The medical examiner reclassifies this case as a homicide. Finally. We are getting somewhere. 2005 badass detective Yvonne Shaw, she takes on the case.
Girl power, girl empowerment.
She's not going to let this one slide. Someone's killed Linda. She's got a pretty good idea. She knows who it is. She goes out and she collects information over 4 whole years. She's out there interviewing everyone, friends, family. Friends like, oh yeah, we'll never see you again. They're kind of sick of people coming in, just popping their heads up and nothing happening. She is determined. She also met Paul's ex-wife, Leslie. See, shortly after they got married, Leslie started getting pretty sick. Similar symptoms to Linda. But you see, she went in for a pre-medical examination before taking out a life insurance policy because Paul was trying to take out a life insurance policy on her. And she failed because she had nicotine in her system. But she wasn't a smoker.
Wow. I mean, there it all is, guys.
Paul left her not long after because she was no good to him. She couldn't get a life insurance policy.
Geez, for someone who's smart, he's pretty fucking dumb, isn't he?
Goddamn dickhead. Yvonne, she meets with Dr. Bernowitz. He's a nicotine expert. He suspects that this nicotine would have come from soaking cigarettes in alcohol and then evaporating the alcohol and making it into a powder, or just simply soaking it into water, draining out the crumbs of the nicotine, and then you've got your poison. 1 pack of cigarettes, boom, could kill you. So he could be seasoning his salad dressing, seasoning away.
Seasoning that bubble bath.
Yvonne, she's got a theory. She thinks Paul poisoned Linda slowly with salad dressing to make it look like a natural illness. She's taking too long to die. So plan B, we're going to contaminate the IV bags. Shit, he's getting caught. Abort mission. Plan C. I'm just going to dose her and call it a day.
Be done with it.
And that little prick behind her ear, she thinks he's put her to sleep with Ambien, injected her with a lethal dose, and she's died.
Yep, that sounds about right.
On the 9th of November 2010, Yvonne brings this garbage man in for questioning. He thinks that she's questioning him about being fired all those years ago and lying about being an engineer, so he's not too concerned.
Oh my
He's just more concerned about getting to his 4:30 p.m. appointment because he's, doesn't have time for it. So it's like questioning and questioning. And then she comes out and lays it all over the table that, in fact, she's here to investigate Linda Curry's death. They start listening to old recordings of Linda's police interviews with the detectives when they'd come into the hospital room after the IV bag was tampered with. And the golden question Yvonne had to ask, and really the only question Yvonne had to ask, was, were you the only one home with Linda the night she died? And he said,
Yes.
That's all she needed. And Paul Curry was arrested for the murder of Linda Curry in 1994.
Hey.
And he was at 57 years old, thrown into jail, and he was not allowed bail. It took 4 years to get to trial.
Wow, this dragged out. 20 years later.
You wouldn't believe what the defense would come back and claim, that Linda had given herself a nicotine enema to try and heal herself. I mean, come on, guys. That was your excuse?
Maybe coffee, but not nicotine.
I don't think a nicotine enema has ever been a thing. The prosecution They had motive, the insurance policy, the money. They had the IV bag, the prick behind her ear. They had overwhelming evidence to suggest that this was in fact Paul Curry. This piece of garbage had still been collecting her retirement plan every single month up until his arrest. $500 a month, every month.
Rude.
The jury, they would deliberate, and they came back with a guilty verdict, and Paul Curry was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. This genius garbage man is going to rot and die in prison, just where he belongs.
Possibly getting his salad tossed every night. Well, apparently it's a thing.
Oh my God. So, Lolly, that is the story of Linda Curry and her nicotine poisoning. Horrific. Horrific. Can you handle this genius garbage man scandal?
No, definitely not. I just feel very sad for Linda. You know, she was just love blind, love struck, blind. What is it? Love is blind, and she was blind.
Love struck.
Sounds like a nice lady, and yeah, not very nice. That guy, you know, too clever, especially back then because there wasn't a lot of CSI and these true crime shows that you can really learn the ins and outs of how things work. Yeah, he was a pretty clever man, but ultimately he got what he deserved.
It's a pretty big dose of nicotine, you know?
He probably had no idea how much he was putting in his system. Can you handle this garbage man genius crime and scandal?
No, I cannot. I think it's a horrific, awful way that she died. She was obviously unwell for such a long time, but her friends try to warn her. Linda, what were you thinking? Love is blind. She paid the ultimate price. She lost her life to a guy that thought he was too smart.
It's very sad.
He wasn't that smart though, poking a hole in an IV bag and...
Was he hot?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't
Weird.
at all.
He just did all the right things. Bubble baths, dinners. All right, guys. Well, look, there you go. Thanks, Rainey, you really find these random cases.
If you want to watch one of these on YouTube, there are 48-hour crime documentaries. They are very interesting. Mary's on there doing lots of interviews. There's footage of Paul. It's fascinating.
Well, look, friends, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all of our new listeners. If you want to find us on the socials, come hang out with us. We're always over on Instagram. We've got some funny things we do over there. We post about our cases, but we're also just a bunch of goobers over there, aren't we? Yeah, Can't Handle the Crime and Scandal on Instagram, on TikTok, Facebook. We're coming back to YouTube too. This should be on YouTube. Back to weekly YouTube vids. So thanks, friends, and stay safe out there. If anybody is trying to make you sign a life insurance policy, and it's only one way, head for the hills, okay? Head for the goddamn hills.
It's a dead giveaway.
Duh.
And if they're making you salad dressing every single night, a new recipe, throw it in his face. You don't know what's inside.
His face. Stay safe, friends. We will talk to you next week.
All right. Love you, Lolly. Bye.
Love you, Rainey. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, look, people don't like the word but I love it. But I don't really say it often. I think it's more you say it, actually.
It's deeply offensive. I don't know why. Why is it so offensive?
I don't know.
What does it mean? Vagina.
You vagina?
You bloody big vagine. You big fat vagine. Should we say that? We'll call people We'll call people vagines instead of cats.
Well, no, because then you're putting down the woman's pussy.
It's like, oh, he's a good vagine. You know, we're like, oh, it's a good.
Oh, well, yes. We'll just stay away
Anyway.
from it, I reckon.
We won't say it anymore. Don't put that in as a blooper, babe. Okay?
No. Mary is relieved. She can sigh. She can breathe. So what am I saying?
She can. She can do a big sigh of relief. Hallelujah.
A big sigh
Praise be.
of relief. Yes. Mary
Sigh that
can
girl.
have a...
She can.
She...
Just one more time.